Hi, this is Mark Flores at techradar.com, and here I'm with the Nokia Lumia Icon for Verizon Wireless. This is Nokia's latest Windows phone for Verizon. It's Windows Phone 8. If you're unfamiliar with Windows Phone 8, it has this live tile system for your home screen, which gives you live updates and notifications from all of your apps, whether you have Facebook, the Weather Channel, your photos, Twitter, any and every other app that Windows Phone supports. We'll take a quick look at the hardware here. Nokia makes excellent hardware. It's some of my favorite hardware as far as smartphone manufacturers go. It feels like metal, although I believe it is polycarbonate. This is a polycarbonate back. It's a soft touch, so it doesn't gather any fingerprints. It is labeled quite extensively back here. We've got the Nokia logo and PureView Zeiss, so we know we have Zeiss optics here on the camera, and Verizon and 4G LTE. On the front, we have a 5-inch 1080p display with Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so you've got some pretty strong scratch-resistant glass there. Up top, we have the SIM card slot that's for the 4G LTE and a 3.5mm headset jack. Down at the bottom, we have a micro USB charging port with a small microphone right over here. This phone actually has 4 microphones. That helps with noise cancellation when you're on a phone call and for audio recording when you're shooting video. Again, this is a 5-inch 1920 by 1080 display, so it's 1080p display, and it features Nokia's clear black technology. What that means for you is that colors on this display are going to be a lot richer. Contrast is really high, blacks are very deep, and it's also much easier to see in direct sunlight than most other smartphones. The Nokia Lumia Icon has a 2.2 GHz Snapdragon 800 quad-core processor, Adreno 330 graphics chip, and 32 gigs of RAM. Because the Lumia Icon does not support expandable storage with microSD cards, you can store additional multimedia like photos and videos in a SkyDrive account, and you will get some free SkyDrive storage when you buy a Lumia Icon. On the back, we have a 20 megapixel camera. So these big megapixel cameras seem to be becoming the standard for a lot of phones these days. With the Lumia Icon, you can zoom up to 3 times and not lose that much quality with photos. The software that's included is the Nokia Pro Cam. So if you're not really familiar with how a manual camera works, you can use this in auto mode. And it's pretty smart. It'll turn on flash when you need it. It'll raise its sensitivity when you're shooting in low light situations. And it'll have a fast enough shutter speed if it senses action so that you don't get blurry photos. However, if you do want a little more manual control, you can adjust your ISO sensitivity and shutter speed and white balance all on your own. Unfortunately, your aperture is set at f2.4 and there's no changing that. And because this is a Windows Phone 8 device, you will need a Microsoft Live account in order to download apps. However, there are some apps that are already preloaded with the device. Since it's a Verizon device, you will get things like NFL and Verizon Navigator. However, there are a number of preloaded Nokia apps too, such as Nokia Camera, Nokia Beamer, Nokia Care, and Nokia Cinematograph. So that's a look at the Nokia Lumia Icon for Verizon Wireless. The phone goes on sale February 20th. And at the moment, we don't have pricing, but our best guess is that it's going to go for $199. I'm Mark with techradar.com. Thanks for watching.